Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Yes. I guess about 3 weeks ago, Pastor Greg sent me an email and asked, he goes, would you be willing to do a chapel? And of course, I said, yes. I love doing this. And then he told me the theme, and that's when I got really excited. I just love this idea about all things new. For people who know me well, I'm definitely a lemonade person when life hands me lemons. I'm going to find something to make a day great and have that new. But then I had to think about, okay, what is my message going to be? And so I had a couple of weeks. It's about a week before school. I'm thinking through, and of course I have some time with Facebook. And some of the schools that started a couple of days before we did, then the barrage began on Facebook. All my friends who have children or grandchildren, it was just this wonderful parade of all these kids headed off to kindergarten, first grade. It was new. I spent days just looking at these faces, and it was just absolutely wonderful. And I think about the third or fourth day, all of a sudden I went, that's it. This is what my message is going to be, because I was thinking so much through those children about my first day at school. I said, that's going to be my message. That's me. I was looking at all these photos, and of course, this was back in the day when, growing up with not a lot of money, we didn't get our photos taken very often, and it's out of focus. We only had so many, the film, so many pictures, and so it's a little blurry. But looking at those photos, I went through my home, and on my dresser, I remember, it's like, I think I have the only photo that I know that exists of me on my first day of school. And this is me. It's 1970, and I'm headed off to my first day at second grade at Jefferson Elementary School, right not too far from this campus. And I looked at my own face, and I thought, that little girl is just so excited about the new things that we're going to be exploring, in second grade. And my teacher was Mrs. Christensen. And for those people who know TLU well, you know who that person is. And then I thought, wouldn't it be great if we could have that feeling forever? As you're sitting there this morning, think about, that first day of school. Think about what you were feeling. Wouldn't it be able, to be able to have that feeling forever? I just think it'd be great. What was it that made us all feel that wonderful that day? And then why did we have to lose it? Well, my message today is that we don't have to lose it if we imprint 2 Corinthians 5:17 onto our hearts. Second part of my message, I was thinking about new school, all these new photos, and then we hit back on campus, and there's a lot of new stuff here. And I thought, it'd be really neat to have everybody sitting out here thinking about your first day at school. And then I grabbed my camera one day. You may have seen me. I was walking around campus taking pictures of what was new here at TLU. So these next few photos are going to be of that little saunter I took around campus of things that are new. And of course, for those of you that are new back on campus, oh my gosh, isn't it great what they've done over there? Look at that new computer center. And a lot of fun, just great. And new food menus, yay! First couple of days I was in there, a lot of buzz. Ooh, it's new, talking to the people there who've worked at Lucky's for a long time. I say, oh, you like your new stuff? Oh, yeah, it's great, it's new. And then there's new landscaping. And I love this because this is what we're supposed to be planting in our landscaping. Cactus. We're in the middle of a drought, folks. So new landscaping. And we have new programs. We have a new nursing program. I'm excited about that. Over in the business program, Dr. Olson has a Bachelor of Arts of Social Entrepreneurship, new things. And then I wandered over in the music building, and I ran into Professor Bronk, and I went, what do you have new in the music department? And she goes, I have a new oboe. I said, can I take a picture of it? She looked at me, she goes, okay, Hoffman, have you really lost your mind? I said, it's for chapel. So there's, the new oboe she was excited about, and of course, oboes are expensive. That's a beautiful oboe, by the way. New student teachers. Of course, they're not here today. They're doing their new thing. And new faculty. Again, I was just kind of wandering around, and whoever happened to be new in the office, this is Dr. Ackerson. He's in the education department. I know, are you here today? I don't know who's all here. But so he gladly posed for a photo. And then again, this is another new instrument, and new faculty that come in from the time and teach music. We were talking about, of course, Professor Bronk was telling me about what was new in the department, and that's one of their new trumpets. And this is Dr. Carr, our new physics professor. He got all nervous when I asked, and I said, I'm going to do it in chapel. He goes, oh, my hair. I said, dude, you got the coolest hair on campus. And then this is my new suite mate or office mate. She's across the hallway from me. This is Dr. Castro, our new sociology professor. But we have, 7 or 8 new full-time faculty, a plethora of new adjuncts. And for me, being here for 15 years, I love new faculty because they make me excited. They remind me about all the reasons why I do what I do for my job. And then, of course, the other day, this is so new, I don't have a photo yet. How about that, folks? 75 years in the making. We're going to have a new football stadium. We are going to have new lights for baseball. I'm so psyched about that. Yay, night games. We don't have to get in the heat. I don't have to bring my umbrella and bake in the sun. And then we're going to add, our track and field. I'm so excited for the girls. My goodness, we've had nationally ranked champions throughout the years. They deserve new facilities. And then I'm excited about a new men's track and field program. Just new stuff. All of this is exciting. Okay, take this newness. Take that feeling you have of the first day of your first ever day on school. Think about the first day you hit campus this semester, whether you were brand new to campus or you're here for your 2nd or 3rd year. Take all those feelings, recapture them right now. Shut your eyes with me, please. Okay? Focus. Think what you're feeling right now. It's new. What are all the things that are new in your life right now? Think about that. Feel it. Combine all those feelings together and imagine right now with me how different your life would be if every day you had that feeling. Please keep your eyes closed as you continue to focus, and I'm here to tell you that you can if you give it to God. Right now, with your eyes closed, I want you to think about in this exact moment, what do you want to add that is new? You may open your eyes. When you came in today, you had an envelope and an index card on your seat. I don't have enough pencils for everybody, but there's about a pencil about every 3rd or 4th chair. I know some of you may have come in new. The area was roped off. It's now been unroped. You may not have an index card and an envelope, but if you're sitting if you have an empty chair next to you and you have one, if you'll hold your index card and envelope high, and for those who do not have an index card and an envelope, raise your hand up so you can get one. I'm a teacher. I'm a professor, but I'm also a teacher. You can't do chapel without homework. I'm giving you homework right now. And while the shifting is going around again, take that. If you have a pencil, if you have your backpack, grab a pencil. You need something to write with. If you don't have something, when you get done with your pencil, pass it to your neighbor who needs one. And what I want you to do, I want you to write down on that index card right now, I want you to write down what is it that you want to add new. What do you want to give to God right now? I want you to write it on that card. And then after you've written it on the card, I want you to slide it in the envelope, and I want you to seal the envelope. I couldn't afford the little sticky thing, so you're going to have to use your tongue. And I want you to seal it in that envelope. Now, I do not want you to put your name on the outside of the envelope because God knows who you are. But I want you to seal it. And if you can't quite think of anything, that's okay. While we're singing our closing hymn, you can keep writing, and we may have to do this because, again, we're passing around pencils and so forth. But I want you to seriously put something down, because after you seal that envelope, there's a basket when you head out chapel this morning. I want you to take that envelope, and I want you to put it in. I want you to put your envelope in that basket. And Pastor Gray has given me the approval that I'm going to take those sealed envelopes and I'm going to make a box and put our theme on it, and he's going to let me put the box, and we're going to keep it up here somewhere on the altar throughout the year. And I want you to keep coming back to chapel. Your challenge is to keep coming back, and every time you walk into this building, I want you to find that box, and I want you to look at it as a visible reminder of what you have just now given up to God to make new. It'll be a reminder for all of us about this feeling about being new. Don't lose it, folks. Don't lose it. And in closing, to me, you've got this feeling. You're writing down what it is that you want to make new. You're going to give it to God as you leave this room today. And through the power of God in 2 Corinthians 5:17, we're going to make things new through Christ. But I ask that you pause for a moment and bow your heads with me to ask for a blessing for these new things. Dear God, thank you for this new day. I ask that you bless this new day and the desires of what is in our hearts that we want to make new. May you help us to remember and help us to continue to be new every day. Dear God, help us to make all things new. Amen.